Hello and welcome to the RCC Gerstlauer Bobsled Contest for DKMP. This contest has folks building a Gerstlauer Bobsled coaster on a plot of land, and yeah, you can do it over on Dirklink's Discord. It's called DKMP. We'll get into the first one. The first entry is from Luca, and here's the story. This is my first entry. I started playing a month ago after discovering the game through YouTube videos. Coaster Castle is a popular cruise ship destination with its 4 coasters, mini golf course, restaurants, railway, flat rides, beach, and very popular with guests. It follows a loose medieval theme, especially its main attraction, Crazy Chariots. Many buildings have interiors, so feel free to use the cutaway tool. The Wave Riders ride on the beach is meant to simulate surfing through a big wave that crashes onto you. Okay. Oh, I didn't move the files into the right area, so downloads. We gotta move all these into my save file. Okay. First up is Luca. Okay, make sure not to save on a pause. So that's the cruise ship, I assume. Is that the bobsled? Is there 2 different... Oh, okay. Okay, that was just a weird image. Interesting coaster cars. I feel like those are coaster cars for a coaster, just from one of the... Oh, what a crazy piece of the coaster. Okay, so my first instinct is this is very dense, not a lot of breathing area. Also, the supports for this coaster are invisible. There's like one support for the whole coaster. That's funny. Yeah, get the castle. A lot of movement. Geesh, I'm a little overwhelmed. What's this, a launch coaster? Interesting. Very creative rides. I mean, let's be honest. You're stacking a bunch of stuff all in one area. Pro tip, try not to build on the edge of the map. Kind of makes these things seem really flat. Okay, so powered coaster. So you just got this giant helix. Also, pro tip, don't use balloons or hats unless you want the chaos. I guess it kind of does look rainbowy and chaotic. I'm not a fan of that. I kind of like the peeps to be just walking around. Because, yes, theme parks do have balloons, but it's not 12,000 people all with the balloons at the same time. Oh, that coaster goes between 2 areas. Okay. The layout's pretty tough to follow. I need to see... Is this a chain section? Oh, okay, so it comes up spiral. And then goes down and around. Is this just missing chains, or is it launched? I'm so confused. Okay, so that just came out of the station. Does a little helix. Goes really deep underground. Oh, and then it comes out that. And then goes down and around, down and around. Yeah, I mean, the big point of this contest is the coaster itself. So you want to make sure that's the main visible thing to the whole plot. I like that you have it built into the castle and stuff, but just the chaos of the layout doesn't allow me as a viewer to enjoy watching the coaster because I don't know where it goes half the time. It just kind of disappears underground. So that's going to be my biggest feedback, is you want to make that the focus. Absolutely. And just give yourself some room to breathe. It's not something that's impossible to do. You're not, you don't have to do all these coasters if you don't want to. And then you could probably fix this corner down here by just either pulling the water up over everything, or like you could probably raise the land tiles. Oh, you've got the money turned on? Why do these land tiles not go up? Oh, because you don't own it. Got it. You just do the cheat to get the whole land owned by park. But, I mean, awesome. It's always awesome to see a new person join the contests, and we'll see how it goes from there in the future. Okay, next up we have Enchanter Tim. After 100 days on the high seas, Roger crash landed on a deserted but lush island. Not able to free his ship, he decided to settle down here. The decision turned out to be a great, and he became a really jolly Roger. After some time, world of the lush island and its happy inhabitants spread fast, and many people wanted a slice of happiness. So the only reasonable conclusion for Roger was to build a park, get rich, and put his post-mortem portrait on a flag? Okay. Okay. Where's the coaster? That's not the station. Station's over here. Okay. Intriguing. Sharplift Hill. Custom supports. Fun interaction. That's really funny, using the face. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much a bobsled. The Jolly Jaguar, okay. Niagara Smalls, that's great. There's some humor in that. Got yourself a water ride, bunch of boats. Colorful, another one of those, a carousel, nice little downtown of Piratesville. See, like, compared to the first entry, I can read this. Like, this park is legible right away. This arch is really nice. It's a really cool little area. Do people just kind of walk over this, just sort of like a bridge? Okay, yeah. Yeah, overall, I mean, solid job. I think the buildings are a little chaotic, but that kind of makes sense with the prompt of the story. It's like a handmade, build what you can with what you got. So that's kind of not a bad idea overall. Yeah, got to work on this. Well, I guess technically they might have a little stops here or there. What is this? Is that a little hut over here? Yeah. Interesting. Maybe they store stuff in that. Nice. Well thought out. I would say this is a pretty solid entry. The colors are, to me, a little bright and crazy and stuff like that, but nothing too crazy, I should say. So don't be afraid to let your area breathe, but I guess it is lush. You did mention that in the story. So good job with your storytelling to make your entry make more sense. That's, why we have the opportunity to put a story in there. Okay. I'm going to give this a rating. And move on to the next one. Next up is In Error and 30. In the frozen desert of our most isolated continent, Antarctic, research stations decode Earth's ancient secrets and provide unmatched insight to our planet's future. As the summer's 24-hour sun beats down, the frigid temperatures relax just enough to let the scientists who are stationed there push deeper into the unexplored tundra. Okay, nice. Like a research vessel. This ice is really well done. Oh, the penguins! Some dude taking a picture. Okay, coaster. Wow. Oh my gosh, this is a good looking coaster. Nice. Boop, boop. Radar tower dome. That looks really good. Love the ice caves. Whee! Dude, this is really creative usage of parts and pieces. Because that is just a unique style building. It looks like the Antarctic stuff, yeah. Really good. Great use of color too. They're like bright buildings. You've got your tents. This is like a theater. South Pole Telescope. Yep, that's cool. Wow, this thing's really cool too. These guys on snowmobiles. Yeah, that's awesome. Little solar panels, maybe. The drill. Wow, this machinery is really cool looking. Wow. There's probably a bunch of little scenes. Are you ice skating? Get back to work. That's awesome. Penguin what? Penguivator? Yeah, this is great. Awesome job overall. Lots of storytelling, and I mean, it looks fantastic. So, I give you guys props. The coaster's also really good too. You can't ignore that. The coaster looks great. So, awesome job overall, 30. I can't really give you too much feedback because this looks just very well done overall. Great work. Oh, In-Error made that too. Next up we have Lurker. A small 9-hole disc golf course has been added. A roller coaster has added a roller coaster to attract new visitors. What? Okay, disc golf. Nice. So here's your roller coaster. Nice little building. I do like the bobsleds as a coaster car. That's pretty cool. Whee! Nice. That's awesome. So there's just people running around. I mean, gosh dang. Simple, but really nice. I like those steps, too. What is that? Wooden footpaths? Interesting. Those are nice stairs. Solid concept, really well executed. Great job, Lurker. It's really fun. Somebody lost their disc in the water. Up next, we have Static. This is a Robin Hood area of a larger park. The rides are themed around characters and the events from the stories of Robin Hood. Wrong one. Okay. Make sure to save, not paused. Oh, that's like arrows? Okay, where's the coaster? Robin's Escape? Okay. You are not going to convince me that hiding the main coaster is okay. This seems like a dark ride. Okay, so the coaster comes around different areas. So I guess you could consider it somewhat of a dark ride. But there's not a whole lot of visible cues to tell you that, other than there's a track out here and a track under here. I mean, it's not even on a track up here. It's like the blocks are blocking the track. So I'm not a fan of that. I'm like trying to watch it. Certainly. I mean, I would guess the peeps would love this as a ride. For sure. Very well themed. And I mean, the castle looks good. Don't get me wrong. This looks great. But as for translating this coaster to the concept of being a Gerstlauer bobsled coaster for this kind of contest, it's not I'm not into that. So this is like a situation where I actually really think your design and the way you've built your park is very nice, but I don't think it fits the prompt. It's a fun coaster. We got this Robin Hood, Little John, Merry Men. Yeah. Awesome job. I think you've got very good design, like a very good design ability, but and the concepts and how to tie it to story, but the coaster itself is probably the worst part of this entire prompt, unfortunately. So, good job. Kaniva and Timmy Tuner. In the far north, there is a Viking town where life is hard and the women are ugly. There you can face the world serpent Jormungandr or on Ragnarok. See off the brave men at the port, or let the Valkyrie guide you to the land of the fallen, Valhalla. Oh man, that's such a good sign. That is such a good sign, dude. Wow. Oh, nice choice for the bobsled carts. I'm liking this. This is a fun coaster to look at, and the way it kind of goes around the area, too. Love that. Oh, yeah. Dude, that sign is crazy. What's this called? Viking Voyage? Yeah, a little... whatever you call those things. People clapping and saying goodbye to everybody. Coaster station, simple. Looks nice. I love the details. This is what the glass using the invisible. That's super cool. Great use of the stair pieces. Yeah, those wooden stairs are looking fine. They look great. This ride's for babies. You'll throw up afterwards. Oh, cool little temple. It's got a little ride in there. Cool. Sweet. That's like a cutaway view, so that's nice. Very well shown with that cutaway view. Oh, nice. Good use of the pieces to make a curved bridge aesthetic. That's really well done. Oh, I like that. I love that. So, like, two of those side by side, which kind of gives you a little umbrella effect. That's amazing. Good job. Yeah, awesome job. What's that fence? I could probably look at this for a while. Okay, some pieces. Nice. Great landscaping, great pathing. Awesome job using the, what is that, the trash editor. Great little buildings. Lots of character. Usually I build a little bit bigger, but this scale is very well done. Oh yeah, great job. Oh, I didn't even mention the rocks. Yeah, look at that. The water and the river going through there looks really good, really natural. Awesome job. Next up, we have Zwaney. Press release: Gerslauer opens new theme park, Gerslauer Weiss, in Norway. Norway, with the official opening of the new theme park, Gerslauer Weiss. Gerslauer is setting another milestone in the international amusement industry. Numerous guests from industry, politics, and media attended the event. Just kind of outlines what the coaster's about and stuff. So let's take a look. Okay. Interesting supports. Nice using the stand-ups. It's like a stand-up Gerstlauer. Okay. Gotcha. Not a huge fan of the need for the chains to get it up there. That's a pretty wild finish. Oh no, that goes through the building. Okay. Okay. Yeah, interesting layout. What's this other coaster? Sort of like a launched, curved building. Cool. Interesting. These buildings, because you've got the grass pathing, the green in the buildings blends in a little bit. That, I think, hurts the look of the building. I don't think it would be a negative to actually have this building sort of mimic the roof surfaces, so like a tan with black trim, sort of a two-door look. What's a nice little area for the... Would have been cool to have maybe curved fences around this, just to make it feel less weird with that squat. But overall, I think the shaping on most of these buildings is actually pretty solid. And then you got this cool monster truck ride area. It's funny you got a handyman over here cleaning things up. Oh, there's military action over here. A-Team. Is this part of the extended universe of that Gerstlauer area? Mm-hmm. Solid job, Zwaney. Solid job. Okay, voting done for the first folks. Let's go click on the link for the rest of the folks. I have read. My name is Swag Titties. Okay, Big Al. South Beach, Miami adds a new coaster and other amusements. Oh my gosh. Okay, we got one of those. Oh yeah, Miami. Oh dang. Okay, so it's like a tinier coaster. I wish you had more people on your ride. Holy cow. Just realized some of these cars don't... There's not even a line. There would totally be a line. It's a cute little coaster. It's like a Wild Mouse turned up a little bit. I feel like maybe a little bit more space. Instead of being so dense, it might be a little bit better for the coaster layout itself. The design's fine, though. Like, your supports are a little creative. Looks like you did some custom, heavier supports in some areas. This little downtown with all the parked cars is really nice. Great little park. You got from volleyball. The water's great. What are those buoys? You got a shark. Great use of these DKSO objects. I hate to say it. Yeah, overall solid. Oh, nice little diner. That's really good. DKMP diner. Nice. Yeah, strange that there's not like a line of people. What are the stats on this thing? Yeah, I feel like there should be more people lining up. Well, good job overall, Big Al. Flan. This amusement park in the hills, built around its single star attraction, Lightning Bolt. Life got busy. I didn't have too much time for this park decorations. Okay, so you're lowering my expectations before I look at it by saying that. Just interesting that there's evacuation stairs on every pillar. Nice, good looking out for custom supports though. Nice. That was a weird turn. What the heck? That felt really sharp. A back and forth the right before the station. Station shaping's not bad. I think the execution's not great, but actually the station shaping is solid. I think it's funny you've got a cable lift from one side to the other side, and it's pretty close. I might have killed a bunch of guests. It feels a little busy for how small the park is, just for how many guests are running around. It's a little dense. Pretty simple when it comes to decorations here and there. Coaster layout's okay. I think the questionable part of this is probably the supports or like these boxes. They don't feel right. I guess you're maybe going for platforms underneath them for safety. You've got yourself a little train. Does it just cut through? Is there a station for this? Or maybe it's just like scenic. It's like a slice of the land. Yeah, okay, there it is. There's like a hill down there. Yeah, don't be afraid to switch it up and start using different colored trees. This feels a little monotone because the trees are all that dark green color. Looks like you're using different textures and flowers and stuff to break it up just a little bit, but there are plenty of trees that could switch things up. So, overall, this is okay. I would say it's a step in the right direction, for sure. LOL69. This entry was inspired by Dirklink's Diamond Heights but Beautiful Park. Okay. Does it actually go into those doors? I didn't catch that the first time. Let's see. They do open. Huh. Okay, so pretty simple short coaster. I would have liked maybe some braking before the twists and turns right there. And maybe extended them a little bit. Layout-wise. I don't mind the first drop going into it. And then this little turnaround down here covered up by the pathway. I feel like that's kind of a misstep. Visually. And then Mr. Bones' Wild Ride. Okay. So a lot of it takes place underground. Got it. It's just a little spooky area. Oh, is that spider just there to be a spider? Yeah, okay. Yeah, good use of a custom ride. So, yeah, I would say my least favorite part of this park is probably the paths. They're wide, and I don't mind that. But having this just giant bridge over the coaster just feels a little iffy for some reason. And then, of course, the foliage does feel just like kind of spammed on the edges. So, overall, though, I think the concept you're doing makes sense. And I think maybe ride design and integration with pathing would be a little bit something that you could improve upon. Because the coaster layout's just a little interesting, and then the way it interacts with the pathing. So, okay, move on to the next one. No story submitted. Mamarius and the Brew. Would have been nice to get maybe a sentence or two of context. Oh, nice. Okay, so this coaster's starting up here. Yeah, this is a nice one. Okay. Little baby hills, that's nice. Oh, sick. Little dark ride. Interesting. That symbol's really cool. Is that signs? Looks good. Little backstage area for restaurants. Simple. Looks good. I don't know what's going on over here. This looks like maybe it was... Oh, no, those are like custom supports. Are they? Is there two tracks on top of each other? I'm confused. I think that is on purpose. It's supposed to be like double thick supports. Very tough to build a diagonal queue. I'll just say that. I think it... Because the peeps, when they're like frozen and lined up, they... Like, this is the best you can get on a diagonal. And it just feels awkward. It's like, why are they not filling in the open space? So there's not a whole lot of ways to do that better. I would say make it thinner. But then in the end, it looks like to line this up, you know, he made it a little wider to do that. Oh my gosh, I love these. Those look awesome. What are they called again? I forget. Oh, that's really cool. That's a really cool use of that Sphinx coming out of the wall. That's really cool. Pharaoh's tomb. Oh, yeah, custom bumper cars, too. That's nice. Yeah, I do like the way it's like set up, too. Very well done with the curves. It's a good little thing. Yeah. Overall, I think the coaster layout's probably the best part of this map, and then everything else supports it pretty darn well. So, good job. Oh, those are interesting. Junior roller coaster. Oh, nice way of doing little supports on that. Cool, good job. Mamarius. Amadeus. Next up, we've got Techno Kiwi. Welcome to Old Tokyo, a theme park built in the style of old Japanese buildings with modern features. The main attraction of Old Tokyo Racers is my take on a Kurosawa bobsled with the tight wild mouse turns, but built inside a parking garage. Please use cutaway to view, as you'll see there is a food court underneath the Old Tokyo Racers. Techno Kiwi stepping out of the jungle into the Tokyo. Okay. Whoa. I kind of like that. What is that? The track layering's really cool looking. Interesting. Is that just Junior Coaster underneath it? Oh, it's B&M. That's really cool. It's a pretty solid layout, too. Oh, it's got boosters? Okay. I'm not a huge fan of the palette. this giant thing right here. It's so funny. Nice little curved platform for that ride. That's great. Pretty big step up, honestly, Techno. Kiwi Techno. Oh, is this the parking garage right here? Okay, so there's a food court in there. Little garages. Okay. Still feels Techno Kiwi because you got like a couple colors that you're just repeating everywhere. The pathing's kind of giving me a little bit of a, like the path texture. I don't know what regular tarmac path looks like on this. I mean, what does it look like? Is that tarmac? There's no way. It's not. Okay, it's the roof piece. Yeah, I feel like... That's crazy path. I feel like doing maybe regular tarmac wouldn't have been a bad idea. Just to not have so much texture. I feel like the texture looks like maybe gravel. But you probably wouldn't have gravel in a theme park for the whole path. So, not sure where the right entrance is either. Like, I can see there's a queue. Maybe it comes down into here somewhere. That might have been fun to see. A little bit more understanding of this area, spacing wise. But I'm actually really impressed with the way you did the track layering. I think it looks really good. Like a coaster, Gerstlauer, you know, is building the coaster, but the park's like, let's add some more theming to it to make it more unique. So I'm gonna give you some high praises on that. Overall, I just think it's a little hard visibly to follow because there's buildings blocking pathing, or it's going into the buildings too. Okay, that might be an issue. So, yeah, great job, Techno. Great job stepping out of your comfort zone. Toby Wab Ohu. Once upon a time, there was a king who had spent all his money in online casinos and horse race betting. To gain back his fortune, he decided to open the doors of his castle to the riffraff, who called him a Dirk King. Since then, besides some smaller rides, he built a small roller coaster to attract as many people as possible. Oh, nice. I like the structure of the castle. Looks good. Nice layout so far. Okay. So, oh, also the land texture is great. It's a little awkward right there. I do like those drops though. Going under things. Going up and over the gate. So, we just had an earlier entry with a castle, and I was complaining about the coaster, how it was almost invisible and you couldn't see it do anything. This is literally the answer to that. You've got a great castle, and then it interacts with the castle, and you can clearly see what's going on the whole time. So, congrats to you on that. You probably were watching the earlier part of this video going like, oh, frick. But no, you nailed it. Nice little station. And I think the way you've done your foliage is actually pretty freaking solid. Oh, nice. Little storytelling here and there. And then, of course, like the foliage and stuff on this looks great. Very well done. Honestly, very impressed. The hill going up could probably be improved with if you go watch the Swag Shack, there's a great way to make one-sided stairwells on the side of your coasters, because this it takes a bit away, I would say, just a little bit, to have this on both sides but not even really see the railing. So that'd be my stuff to be going, or that's my tip. Little cool placing. I think that little covered area looks great. You've got a little bit of a ride over here, solid. Couple rides, little booster thing, little swinging historical ride. Yeah, awesome job overall. I think the coaster has a few little areas where it feels a little awkward, like right here. And, I mean, I think that's the biggest bit overall. Not sure if you forgot to paint the bridge, because you've got this dark brown over here. And then you've got dark brown right here, but for some reason this piece of coaster tracks for the braking is different. Might be something you forgot to do. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe that's the intention. But overall, great job. Submitting votes. That wraps up this contest. This contest was RCC It's not telling me which RCC this is. I'll figure it out. It'll be in the thumbnail. You'll see it. So hope you all enjoyed watching the video. And, if you want to participate in these contests, make sure to go over to DKMP. They're really fun. It's a very positive community, very supportive. And if you want to grow and learn how to build some fancy, cool-looking coaster contests, that's the place to do it. Hope to see you all in the next video.